What's your wife?
Don't have one.
How come?
It's a long story.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
How come?
It's an even longer story.
Are you my dad's brother?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
38.
I'm your dad's brother, all right.
You have much more hair on your nose than my dad.
How nice of you to notice.
I'm a kid, that's my job.
I'm a kid, that's my job. So we take that seriously in our practice and we ask better quality questions because the question isn't just to get information, it's also to shift a belief. You want to open the chasm in their brain a bit to be able to input chiropractic, right? During your consultation, you want to presuppose that they're going to heal. Some people in front of you don't believe that they'll ever be better. That's such a surface layer, right? We want to future pace them into the identity of being a chiropractic patient, chiropractic lifestyle, right? So that they're buying in, which we also know speeds up their healing. We want during our sessions to not just be asking about pain. Did it go away? How do you feel? You want to create questions where you're opening their mind to reflect on their own. A big one that we use in our clinic is about notice. Now, I had a patient, my very first patient in Singapore. His name is Ray. And he was coming before he was married. Wife lived in Hong Kong. Then she came down. They had 3 kids. So they were with us for a long time. And he was on maintenance care, came in one day and said, you know what? I'm preparing for the Stand Sharp Marathon. My knee's a little sore. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's check it out. Lie down. So after the session, I said, you know what, Ray, let's monitor this pattern. I'm big on patterns. I like puzzles. And I said, next time you come in, we're going to monitor and see if we notice anything different. So 2-3 weeks later, he walked in. The first question I asked wasn't, how's your knee pain? How are you doing, Ray? Lay down, let's get you checked. Is there anything you've noticed different in your life? Anything. That could be a blue sky, hangnail, could be anything. So we went through the mirage of things he wanted to tell me, and then he landed on, my knee's still a little bit achy. Okay, cool. Let's check it out. So I said, you know what? I think based on the pattern, it's not really changing as I would expect it to. Let's have an x-ray. How many people here x-ray in their clinics? 20%. How many people send out for x-ray? Okay, now this is a question, and I want you to answer it honestly. How many people don't believe they need to x-ray? Okay, no shade. So I said to Ray, let's get an x-ray for that knee. He's like, Dr. Scher, I don't need an x-ray. My friend's an ortho. If it gets really bad, I'll go see him. Okay, cool. 2 weeks later, x-ray came in my clinic, and I knew he had gone on our recommendation. And this was the #1 lesson in my life where you learn in clinic, in school, and they say, do not review an x-ray for the first time in front of a patient. So I called Ray immediately. I said, hey, Ray, you're coming in today. Oh, no, I don't have an appointment. Yeah, you're coming in today. So he came in. I said, this is your x-ray. This is what it should look like. What do you notice differently? Well, there's a big air bubble. Yeah, you're right, Ray. There's a big air bubble. Now, in Singapore, we are really restricted with what we're allowed to say, diagnose. I'm not even allowed to say I treat anything. So all I can do is very strongly urge, you need to see a doctor today. Who do you normally see? Can I call them and book that appointment for you today? Giant cell tumor in his tibia. Can you imagine if we hadn't asked the question, hadn't led him to the x-ray?